competing on the world stage. We've got Vitality in the orange and Ground Zero Gaming in the blue in the best of 5. Fairy Peak will begin on offense, get it underneath one. Now Deca out of the corner. Now the play from the midfield. Scrubkilla happy to find a hole in the defensive rotation, and that's a goal.
And it's great passing coming out from Vitality as well. Deca and Siki tried to get this ball out. You can see Jules following it up on the clear, but Vitality just cut it off and find the open net. A 1-goal lead opens up early.
4:49 on the clock. From 11 seconds to get that first goal on. Siki will bump Fairy Peak out of the play, but here comes K-Dub now towards the goal. Fairy Peak looks for some more bumps of his own. K-Dub will get demolished. Now Scrubkilla up against Siki. The pinch goes in Siki's favor all the way down to the orange. K-Dub will look and now up for the challenge. Jules just completely dunks him and ties the game.
And that is the tone setting that we're talking about from Ground Zero Gaming. You can see Jules just going up and putting it in the face of K-Dub, knocking that one down, answering back after giving up a pretty bad goal. Ground Zero is here to play.
Best player in the world, you say? Huh, I'll have something to say about that. Jules, a Season 5 LAN veteran, gets the first goal for Ground Zero's. Deca will look for the pass across to Siki. Now back in the middle, Scrubkilla looks at the play down. Deca over to the side, Fairy Peak's got a response. Now Jules over the edge, finding Deca on the wall now. It'll go, and K-Dop finds the clear. Fairy Peak tries to challenge, but right now Ground Zero Gaming doing a good job of getting to the ball first. Scrubkilla with a little bit of space will find the pass across and looks for the play, but Deca shuts it down in the box. Now Fairy Peak in the standstill, staring him down. Deca's holding on to ball control. The small ball plays, but finally taken away. Now Siki across the field towards Jules. Fairy Peak intercepts. Scrubkilla and K-Dop both pressuring Deca as he tries to find a clear. K-Dop can't get it through him. Deca finds the dunk this time, and Scrubkilla will be the one to take it away.
And Ground Zero almost able to break out there. Vitality doing such a good job of controlling the game right now. Ground Zero are struggling to maintain control. You can see no boost here on Jules trying to break out. So for Ground Zero, it's about getting that control in the midfield. Maybe an opportunity now opens up.
There's no one home in net. Now Fairy Peak's there. K-Dop will be able to get in the way. Scrubkilla looks for the second goal, but Deca's not going to be there. Here comes K-Dop with a shot. It's a bit wide, and Fairy Peak looks to pressure, try to get control back for Vitality. Siki will find the clear. Now Jules looking for the soft shot towards the goal. Doesn't quite happen, but Deca now off the post. Pressure on both sides, but no goal to show for it.
And there is some magic in the air after our last series, and so far with a tie game, Ground Zero's got to be feeling good. Staying in this one, obviously the pressure has been a lot from Vitality, but they're finding a bit more space here as this one gets knocked down above the net. Vitality there to see that one out.
Now Fairy Peak through the air past Deca, but Deca is able to extend, catch that ball, break up the play. Siki will keep it high. Jules, a nice touch towards the backboard. Fairy Peak's happy to pick it up. We'll hit halftime here in game number 1, still tied up at 1 apiece. Deca keeps this one glued to the roof. K-Dop actually puts it back towards his own goal. Siki's trying to pressure, but Fairy Peak gets in the way. And now Deca up, out towards Jules. Nobody's home. Can he find it by himself? Not going to happen. And Scrubkilla will clear.
Opportunity there, and now Scrubkilla down the field here. Can he find the open target? No, it's Jules. Or turns that one away.
What a play from Jules. Back in the midfield now. Deca looks for control. It's off the wall. Fairy Peak now up towards Scrubkilla. Looks for the pass back down to K-Dop. Finds the shot from the midfield, and it's wide. The follow from Fairy Peak deflected by Jules, and they'll have to go back to the drawing board as the final shot is saved by Deca. It's set a bit high, though, and here comes Scrubkilla looking for control. He's going to break it up for Fairy Peak, who puts it back across to K-Dop, but he can't quite find the read there. And the defense will have time to reset.
And a bit of chaos in front of the Ground Zero's net, but still, Vitality can't break them down. And now back the other way, shots on target, and it's Siki who takes the lead for Ground Zero.
Ground Zero leading Vitality in game 1. We said it before, the upsets are in the air, man, and Ground Zero is prowling and hungry. Renault Vitality now trailing, and they'll look for an equalizer after a few excellent opportunities that just didn't translate into anything.
Yeah, it was missed opportunities from Vitality, and Ground Zero able to capitalize now off the kickoff, still pressuring on. Siki to drop this one down, and Vitality feeling a little bit of pressure.
Jules beats Scrubkilla in the midfield. He needed to win that one. Lucky for him, Fairy Peak's able to get it back out, but oh my goodness, Ground Zero playing lights out offense. as they put on more pressure. Deca not quite able to get a wheel onto that one. Here comes Jules, now back into the box. Here comes Deca, sent away by Fairy Peak before the damage could be done. But a miss from Scrubkill on the wall, means Fairy Peak has to pick up the slack. And now Boost starting to run a little bit low for Vitality.
And seeing in this late stage of game number one, seeing the difference from Ground Zero Gaming from the beginning, a little bit hesitant, trying to figure out Vitality, and now they're putting a lot more of the pressure onto the orange side here, a lot more control coming out for them as well.
Good win from K-Dop, but Deca just kind of reverse Goomba stomps him, keeps him loose off the ground and out of the play. Fairy Peak will put it into the corner, but Deca finds a response. Now back down the field. Here comes Sicky. Onto the side, 2 players on the wall for Vitality as K-Dop tries with 35 seconds remaining. They're only down by 1. This one lofted high. A touch from Jules will get it back to Fairy Peak. K-Dop lurks in the corner, intercepted by Deca in the final waning moments of game number 1. Scrubkill will be 2. Now moving up. Deca tries to find the pass. Jules moves in, but it's pinched up high. No one from Vitality can find the shot there. Well, it was hanging in the air. Now Fairy Peak, a little bit of boost to work with, but the backboard plays from the OCE team breaks up any opportunity in 7 seconds left. Things looking pretty good here for Ground Zero. It's Fairy Peak and K-Dop will try to put together one last effort.
This ball rolling around the corner. Scrubkill is going to keep this one up, and Vitality just can't. The players getting in the way and bumping them around into game number 2.
Move on to Neo Tokyo. Fairy Peak will send it high, and Scrubkill already up, and he's going to spend all his boost just getting to that ball. Jules and Sicky on the backboard. Play some clean defense. Sicky looks to hold on to this one. He's run on the boost himself, and he'll lose to Fairy Peak. Now neutral contact in the corner. 2 players bite on that one. Here's a dangerous situation. It's all up to Sicky, but he's got the space. Scrubkiller couldn't get grounded in time. Sicky would find the clear and get it away. Now here comes Scrub with another one. Onto the backboard again. Deca back out. K-Dop tries to drop it, but Jules has the read already. Into the corner. Deca gets it past 1. Looking for the pass out to his teammates. Sicky will put it towards the box, and K-Dop's got the block. Now back out to Fairy Peak, looking for the transitional play as Vitality pushes up to midfield, and the quick response comes out. Ground Zero Gaming's back on offense.
And look at the space in the midfield. A lot of respect for both teams coming out now, and this one's popped up by Scrubkill. It's just going to drop in. No connection there from the Vitality player, and they're up by 1.
The midfield trebuchet. He's got a triple threat here in the midfield with K-Dop off to the left, Fairy Peak off to the right, and just takes the shot. No preparation there. Ground Zero's like, well, okay, I guess it's going in. And now they'll go back to kickoff.
And that goes back to the midfield, the space that Vitality and Ground Zero have. It's just wide open space for both teams to take. Scrubkiller says, thank you. I'm just going to throw this one up in the air and hope for a teammate to come through. And there's another one for Vitality. This time, K-Dop putting it away.
Fairy Peak grabbing his boost in the corner was key. It denies Sicky, and then he's able to have all the room to work and just to get that ball out to K-Dop. He'll drop that one in, and now a 2-goal lead for Vitality. They'll look to bounce back here in game 2 after dropping game number 1. Here in our first round of our group stage matches, a slightly different format from previous years. Every win, every goal important, as that is the primary tiebreaker in these 3-team groups.
I think it's important now for Ground Zero. You're a minute, 15 seconds into this game, down by 2, to not let this lead grow. This is a lead that you can come back into, but with all this space giving up, it's going to be tough here for Ground Zero. Double commit does come out from Vitality, but keep giving the ball away. Vitality do such a good job of locking them in here.
Put this one high. Deca off to the side. Scrubkiller puts it back into the box. Sicky's happy just to watch this one. He'll leave it for Jules, who clears it caddy corner. K-Dop into the midfield. Jules with a miss. Sicky will put it onto the backboard. Here, Deca looking for the play, but Fairy Peak's got other ideas. Takes it away, and now Scrubkiller through the air. He's got Fairy Peak on the far side. He'll beat Jules in the air, and now K-Dop in to look for the continuation, see if he can find the goal. Look for the bump on Deca, but it's not going to happen this time. 3 minutes left in the game. Still no goals for Ground Zero.
A lot of space for Ground Zero to work with here. Can they put something together? Jules does get the pass out, but it's a little bit hard to pass Deca. Now Scrubkiller's in control. This one trying to find the back wall. It does come off, and Fairy Peak can't drop it down. This one's still floating, and finally cleared away by Jules.
Jules gets it off to the corner. Scrubkiller will look for Kate up on the far side. He drop it back down to his teammate up against Deca, who's backwards in goal. Scrubkiller will find the far corner, put it in 3-0 now. Chance of Europe.
And what a play coming out from Vitality. K-Dop going downfield and beating Sicky out, and then Deca's stuck. He can't challenge this play in time. He lets the shot come through, and Scrubkiller puts it away. A 3-0 lead now for Vitality.
I feel like I've been in Deca's shoes in that situation where you're kind of caught watching.
No man's land.
He's not going to hit that, right? And they're like, oh, wait, I needed to be positioning crap. So just across halftime, Vitality up by 3. Jules looks for the flick on 1. K-Dop doesn't find contact. Here comes Sicky, but just a little bit of space given, and Scrubkilla takes advantage of it. Now Deca pass another one. Fairy Peak on the backboard cleared away. Jules able to pass this one to himself. Looks for the flip reset, and does he get it? No, it's off the post and out. Scrubkilla, he'll take it away. What a play from Ground Zero, but no goal to show for it.
Oh, he even got the flip reset there to just snuck by the defender, and then on the goal line, couldn't put it away for Ground Zero. Still time for them to get back into this game. It's not gone yet for them. This one could drop down in front of the net. Fairy Peak's forced to make the save. Jules trying to put something together here out of the corner, but Vitality shuts that down.
Scrubkilla tries. Sicky able to block it for the time being. Right now, it feels like Ground Zero, all they're able to get are the stall plays as Fairy Peak puts this one high again. As you have Sicky beat, he bumps him to heaven, but Deca is able to come back and clear it away. Now Scrubkilla through the air, looking for the read on Deca, doesn't find it. More bumps. Vitality, they've got the goal lead, and they're happy to play aggressive and physical.
But safe. Having a 3-0 lead here, we're coming up on a minute left. No reason to overcommit, no reason to throw this game away. Go when you have the chance, and maybe put it away here as Scrubkilla does find it. A 4-0 lead for Vitality.
Man, Vitality, the difference between this game and the NRG match we just watched is their shots are just on target. Every time they're shooting, it's not necessarily a deadly shot. It's not a shot that the defense isn't going to block, but because they put so much pressure on them, the defender has to think about saving. He can't think about clearing. When the shot is just wide of the goal, they can just concentrate on putting it away from the goal. They don't have to worry about the goal actually happening because it's just not going to. And right now, the pressure Vitality is putting on the net of Ground Zero. It's making it just a matter of time before more goals happen. What a bump, and here's some more pressure. A nice save from Jules as he gets re-grounded, recovers quickly. Scrubkilla looking for more pressure here. Sees the fake on Deca, and oh my goodness, it's just haphazardness from Ground Zero as K-Dop will sneak another one through.
K-Dop with his second goal here in this game, and a hat trick for Scrubkilla as well. Something to mention here, the defense just breaking down for Ground Zero. Looking forward here for game at number 3 now. Vitality in a commanding 5-0 lead with 39 seconds left.
At this point, Ground Zero are going to go back to the same situation as I played out for INTZ. Is what is the keys for victory here for Ground Zero? I think they need to be confident in their decision making. They've proven that they can match Vitality in the midfield, but they cannot hesitate for any moment. The moment you give Vitality that extra room to breathe, it's the moments when they're punishing. So we'll get another one in for the road. 16 seconds left, up by 6.
And 4 now for Scrubkilla, but to your point, Wave, something that we saw INTZ do so well was just complete disrespect from against NRG, and we saw it a little bit here from Ground Zero in game number 1, but things have gotten away in game number 2. I'd like to see Ground Zero go back to the gameplay that we saw in the second half of game number 1, because it was really working against Vitality.
These are all valuable goals for Vitality, as the second tiebreaker in our groups is goal differential, so it is always meaningful to continue to run the score up here for these teams. As time will expire in Vitality, about
tied series 1-1 apiece.
Move into game 3. Ground Zero getting shut out in game number 2. We need to find some goals, and that is not a good start. K-Dop will tuck it into the corner in the last possible second, and Vitality picks up right where they left off.
So this ball's thrown into the corner, but there's just no one there from Ground Zero, and then that last defender just gets beat up and over his head. K-Dop is there to punish from Vitality, and it's exactly what we expect from this team.
Did you see Scrubkilla was basically on the back wall too? Like they were literally as aggressively positioned as possible on the first kickoff. Vitality feeling comfortable right now. K-Dop will pop it over the top, and Fairy Peak looks for the shot. Sicky's got the save, but here comes Scrubkilla, looks for another one, and it's just a bit wide. K-Dop puts it back in. Scrubkilla will tuck it in. What a team play from Vitality.
Everybody getting involved here from Vitality. You can see Ground Zero scrambling to get a hold of this play. Balls ricocheting off of players. It finally goes in for Vitality with everyone getting a touch. A 2-0 lead opens up, and we're not even 30 seconds into game 3.
That's 8 goals straight right now across the last 2 games for Vitality. Ground Zero needs to find a way to end the drought as K-Dop tries to get the pinch and set up. No, don't do it to him. Jules gets it away, and Deca looks in, and now Sicky with an opportunity. K-Dop's got no boost. He's got to fly all the way back and looks for the shot, but it's sent away. K-Dop manages to make the save, even though his tanks were empty. 4:18 on the clock. Another follow-up shot and another save. Vitality holds on.
And it's just one player back now for Ground Zero. Does a great job to clear this one out. Now Sicky trying to make something happen here. It's something similar we said in the last game. Ground Zero want to stop the bleeding here. Only a minute in. Plenty of time to get back into this. They've got to slow up Vitality, and having this offensive pressure is a great way to do it. Now K-Dop downfield trying to find Scrubkilla. He just goes through the defense there into the corner, and Ground Zero now trying to find a way out.
Oh, what a dunk from Fairy Peak, and the two defenders miss. Can he hit his brakes and turn around? He doesn't actually go for it. Leaves it for K-Dop. He's back across the corner. Is anyone home? Sicky makes the stop, but Fairy Peak's up once more. Gets it past Deca, and Sicky makes the save. The defense holding right now for Ground Zero. It's something that they absolutely need, but they've got to find a way to make it convert onto offense.
And there is space for Ground Zero in the midfield. You saw there. Two demos come out though for Vitality. Shut that one down. And then K-Dop goes right by, but a big save from Sicky on the goal line.
Deca is going to get this one away. Scrubkilla was trying to find the back pass to Fairy Peak, but what a save. Again, the defense holds for Ground Zero as they keep this game within reach. Sicky now on the air towards Deca. He's got a bit of space for Scrubkilla crowds. Pass two, Fairy Peak alone in the back. He'll find Scrubkilla. Now we'll just punt the ball boy past him. And now Fairy Peak just takes the shot. Jules makes the stop. Scrubkilla onto the back wall. Look for the pass out to K-Dop. Gets it past the first defender, but Sicky's there. Now it's Deca flying down the field. Will not be able to reach the ball before Fairy Peak finds K-Dop high in enemy territory. We approach halftime here.
And Vitality again doing such a good job of controlling the pace of game, not letting Ground Zero put anything together, and when they do, it's broken up immediately by Vitality. You can see the ball control coming out as well. This time, though, read perfectly by Deca. That one was going on target. Maybe now opportunities for Ground Zero.
Scrubkilla, nobody challenging him. Towards the backboard, Deca clears. Looks for Sicky, no contact. Fairy Peak. Scrubkilla's there. Soft touch back towards K-Dop, but Sicky's able to move in. Sends a shot towards the goal, and it's in. The backfield just left open for Vitality. Ground Zero gets a much-needed goal.
And Sicky saw this one all the way. K-Dop crept up just a little bit too far, and he could see the backfield was wide open. Puts it up over his head. Punishes Vitality to have no one back there. And Ground Zero get on the board here in Game 3.
A one-goal game with 2 minutes left to work with, and a nice kickoff start here. Deca nearly is able to equalize it there. Now Sicky finds a pass across. Jules is there, but the shot is wide. Scrubkilla trying to hold on to this, but he's got no boost. He's got Jules breathing down his neck as Deca challenges him from the front. Back. This corner again. Sicky tries. Scrubkilla's challenge will leave it for K-Dop. He claims it to the corner. Jules with a response. Now Fairy Peak. Still a bit of boost to work with. Looks for the shot. Can't quite sneak it into the corner. Sicky's happy just to clear. Back down, it'll be Scrubkilla. Now Jules, maybe trying to set it up for Deca, but Fairy Peak's already challenging him, and here comes the challenge from K-Dop. Deca gets it past one, but Fairy Peak now up, stretching it around. Scrubkilla will hit the 180. And looking for the challenge, the pass across the field to nobody. Sicky's already got that one as Fairy Peak had fallen back. With the pressure continuing for Vitality, they've kept this ball in the blue for the last 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, Ground Zero really struggling to break out now. Scrubkilla with no boost, still making the play in the corner just to keep it in there, and Fairy Peak slowing Ground Zero out. It's what they've done so well throughout this series. But Ground Zero within one here. If they can break out and put some offense onto the Vitality side here, something could happen. Sicky can't find it in the midfield. Fairy Peak just going to push this one on for Vitality.
Oh, the fake from Scrubkilla. He gets it in front of the box, and it'll be the finish there. Scrubkilla actually gets credit for the goal. Fairy Peak put it back onto his bumper. Watch this play from the rookie.
Great fake coming out from Scrubkilla. Puts this one across. And it drops in for him. Fairy Peak was there to put it away, but Vitality now a 3-1 lead with 38 seconds left here in Game 3.
This is the Vitality we were expecting to see here. Up against Ground Zero, and Ground Zero definitely making a name for themselves, taking that game number 1, but they've got to find a few more here if they want to be able to see Game 5. As Deca will put one in. It's now a one-goal game again. They're keeping the offense strong and keeping this game within reach.
And it's just that one minor mistake there from Vitality to let that ball bounce and have nobody be on top of it. Deca makes them pay. Now just a one-goal game, 26 seconds left. What can Ground Zero do?
Deca on the kickoff. Scrubkilla with the win. He will try to emerge with ultimate ball control. Scrubkilla's airborne. Jules will find a block. K-Dop towards the goal. Sicky's got this one. A bit of boost to work with, but loses the challenge to Scrub. Now the pass across. Deca's got to get the save, but this one's still just kind of lofted above the goal. Sicky will extend it out. Now back down to the corner. 4 seconds left. Only one goal. They can play into zero time. Jules is airborne. He'll look to get the full court carry here out to Deca. Jules low on boost right now, though, and all of vitality.
2-goal game there for Ground Zero, so it was very close for them, even though they didn't have a lot of the control. If they could find those mistakes, capitalize them on the vitality side, they could stay in this series.
K-Dop up, looking for the early security. Scrubkiller with a bit of space, he'll get it past one and then chase it. Jules has to turn around in the rotation, and then Scrubkiller gets it all the way across. No one there to finish it off from his team, but K-Dop then again back. Jules will finish it off before Fairy Peak could make his presence known. Now Jules in the middle. There's Sicky onto the wall. Scrubkiller up to challenge. Jules will get that one past him, but K-Dop's right behind him. A demolition onto the goalie. 2 miss, but Jules is able to sneak right behind the ball, find control, and get this one all the way back down. Sicky's putting it into the box.
An opportunity there for Ground Zero, but nobody else committed except for Sicky. Now Vitality, they're going downfield and putting on the pressure, and it does seem to be a problem for Ground Zero just committing on the play. They leave one player up to just do the dirty work and no one there to follow it up. Vitality can easily jump on the play with all 3 players back.
First minute will come and go quietly. Jules tries, now Fairy Peak past one. Sicky onto the wall. Here's K-Dop looking for the shot towards the goal's a bit high. We'll get away from Deca. Now Scrubkiller through one. Jules has this away. Now K-Dop again. The shots from Vitality. This was a point I brought up earlier that they were playing very accurate and forcing the saves out of Ground Zero. Not so much here in Game 4 as they've hit a wide many times.
Maybe another opportunity for Ground Zero, but the ball just given up there again. Nobody committing on the play, and of course that was maybe not the best touch for anyone to follow up. But Vitality's just eating those balls up in the midfield, taking advantage of moving downfield on the free real estate that Ground Zero's giving up.
Scrubkiller tries, now K-Dop in. Looks like Ground Zero isn't making much contact right now. Most of the 50-50s are going Vitality's favor. But nobody with a point yet. Scrubkiller looks to put this one into the box, and the deflection from Jules will force Fairy Peak to play positionally. Now Sicky with a nice roll. K-Dop able to stop that one. Gets the defensive contact, and now looking for the pass out. Tries to find Scrub. Scrub was up for it, but the ball outdistanced him. Scrub onto the side. 2:36 left as Deca demolishing his own box. Scrub tries to drop this down, but it's not going to happen. Approaching halftime here. Vitality still 1 game away. They just need to find 1 goal. The defense of Ground Zero holding on just fine. The offense not really popping just yet. It's Fairy Peak now back out to K-Dop. Looks for the shot on the outfield pass, and it's wide. Here's Scrubkiller in with the follow-up high. Nobody on the backboard. Can he finish it off himself? He gets the pass back in, and K-Dop tries to find the shot. He'll get the dunk to extend the play out, and they keep winning the 50-50s in the midfield, but there's still no shots materializing. And Deca are being demolished out in the midfield. You see Ground Zero actually advance and onto offense. And this one towards the goal. Fairy Peak makes the save.
And they're looking for that one opportunity. Could come off the back wall here. Free shot for Sicky, but it's right at K-Dop. No power on that one, and of course no boost to work with. Still another shot comes through. It opens up for Jules, and Ground Zero take the lead.
So much less time on offense for Ground Zero, but they're so much more efficient in this situation. They got the boost steal as well, so they could have probably continued this for a few more rounds. As they finally find a goal and a lead here in Game 4. Got to hold on for 144 or more to get us to Game 5.
With all that control from Vitality, they just can't find the target. Here's Scrub off the ceiling, drops it down to K-Dop, but it goes past him. And all of Ground Zero looking that ball go across their net. Here's Sicky now. He can't find the touch, but he does go past Scrub. Now past another one. K-Dop does get the touch, but Ground Zero, everyone backs out, and you can see again, hesitant to commit on the play.
Fairy Peak up. This one high. Scrubkiller thinking about it, as well as K-Dop. Stalls the play out. K-Dop turns, wins the 50-50, and straight back onto offense for Vitality. Hounding the players in the corner. Fairy Peak will send this one towards the goal. Sicky makes a save. Final minute approaching. This one back in front. Scrubkiller finds the shot and ties the game with exactly a minute left. We're all tied up. What a crazy finish this one's going to be.
And Scrub, Vitality finally finding the back of the net here. They've had so many shots. 6 for Vitality here in this game alone. And most of the control in the Ground Zero side. They're finally able to break down the defense and tie it up late.
56 seconds left. Can Ground Zero put this together? They need a goal. They need the win here to see Game 5. If not, it'll be Vitality taking it home. Scrubkilla having a dynamite first series in land. 8 goals he's scored. It's K-Dop. Extend this one down. Now Sicky. Through 2, Scrubkilla will win a challenge. 30 seconds left. Jules, the soft pass. Deca's airborne. K-Dop's there as well and gets the block. Jules, another pass in. Sicky with one more. Scrubkilla makes the save. The pressure's still building here as Deca once more playing her into the corner. Scrubkilla all the way back out. Fairy Peak will extend it onto the backboard. Can they finish it here? Regulation, a miss from Jules, and Sicky will just pop it. K-Dop thinks about it, but doesn't quite know what to do with it. He's leaving it, but he's being given so much space, he'll keep this one high. Can anybody finish it off?
No!
Misses! K-Dop puts it up. Scrubkilla can get this one out to Fairy Peak if he just wins the challenge, but Deca gets in the way, creates that chaos, and he extends it past. Now back down the other end. They're looking for the win. It's not going to happen. Overtime in Game 4.
Very dangerous ball there for Ground Zero to let that one go off the back wall in the end. Finding themselves in an overtime and maybe a possibility to tie up this series.
A setup, Fairy Peak demolished. Jules airborne. Scrubkilla rotates back in the net and he'll find this ball, but here's the pressure. No, Sicky, it looked like he was going to flip into it, but he stayed back. And now K-Dop will get this one away as Fairy Peak gets hounded in net. It's been kind of solo plays for Vitality here in overtime. The rotation hasn't quite gotten itself working. Finally, Scrubkilla winning the solid contact. The rest of his team can move up. But hesitations on the challenges might spell a victory for Ground Zero. Here comes Scrubkilla now, set up in the midfield. Here's K-Dop looking for the shot. It's off the backboard. Where's Fairy Peak? It's just a bit high for him, and he'll bounce back down. Sicky can keep it onto the sidewall and now advance. Ground Zero trying to move up, but still so timid at overtime, scared of losing this one on a mistake. And do they lose anyways? It's back in front. Sicky will get this one out, and now Jules trying to advance. The rest of his team move up with him. As they stayed back, Deca actually demolished the momentary power play. Sicky now out to Jules, the shot to the far side. Fairy Peak makes the save on the infield pass, and Vitality stays alive.
And you can see the ideas coming out from Ground Zero. These diagonal balls hit with pace, opening up the space in the midfield, having a couple shots on target. Vitality, they've had a couple chances, but they can't put it away. Ground Zero given a lot of space up to Vitality so far, and they haven't really been able to capitalize on the space given to them.
Solid counter clears from Ground Zero in these past few moments, but K-Dop with the dribble pass too. Now it's all up to Jules off the corner. Can the finish come through for Scrub? It's wide of the goal. Nobody was home, but he couldn't quite get his bumper around it. And now 1:35 into overtime, still playing his Fairy Peak. Looks to set up K-Dop here. Went for the fake on the ball. Deca doesn't bite. Here's Scrubkilla, the pass towards K-Dop, but it's still too far forward of his teammate. Now K-Dop in with the shot. Jules and Sicky bump into each other. The double commit doesn't quite get punished though, as Fairy Peak was too far back. Even Vitality afraid of making mistakes in overtime.
Still the control in their favor. An opportunity here off the back wall. It's K-Dop who drops